They've drove almost 6-7 hours to come to this convention and to share their experiences as to how all they have learned and how it has become, how they have made Gita as a fun part of their lives, not just with some raw memorization. But now when you see these kids are the brand ambassadors of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Now if you see them, they're so tiny, but you see them completely having Bhagavad Gita right there with them in their possession, the most valuable treasure that we can think of. So please come here. So Shruti, please raise your hand. Shruti, okay, you can all figure out, right? So Shruti, Sindhu, Shreya and Arpan. So all these kids are born and brought up here. I think not just Arpan, but they're all born and brought up here. Arpan came to this country 9 years ago, 10 years ago. He was almost a year old baby. Okay, so now what are they going to do? So these are the few things what they have studied, what they have practiced, and this is how they make Gita as a fun activity in their lives. Now skit, a parallel chant, Antakshari, Damsharats, and we'll quickly show. We don't have time to perform the whole stretch, but what we'll do is we'll just give the glimpses as to how the kids engage in this and how they make this program their own. Okay, let's start with the skit. Go ahead.
Jai Shri Krishna. We are very happy. Thank you for the opportunity.
We all love food. Since food is a universal topic, we decided to talk about the kinds of food, or ahara, as Lord Krishna described in the Bhagavad Gita. So Shruti, what's your favorite food?
Chocolate cake. I love chocolate cake. Did you know that the iconic Audrey Hepburn once spoke glowingly about chocolate cake? She said, "A nice creamy chocolate cake does a lot for a lot of people. It does for me."
Yes, I would agree with that. I could imagine a decadent chocolate cake right now. Moist, soft, served warm with some vanilla ice cream. I can almost taste the cake right now. So good.
It's certainly good, but as we remember from our Bhagavad Gita classes, what's good for the tongue is not necessarily good for the mind or the body.
Not so good, or rajasic, or what is bad, or tamasic. That was amazing to learn about the 3 kinds of foods. I am so relieved that I have this guidance right from God. It's so easy for people to get caught up in fad diets and crash courses these days. Thanks to the Bhagavad Gita, I have my guidance for what to eat and what not to eat set for life.
Shraddhatraya Vibhaga Yoga, chapter 17, talks about the 3 kinds of food. Let's remind ourselves what those shlokas are.
Lord Krishna said about sattvic food,
Ayus sattva balarogya sukha priti vivardhanaha rasya snigdha sthira hridyaha ahara sattvika priyaha.
Sattvic food, or food that is good for us, increases our lifespan, purifies the mind and body, gives strength, health, happiness, and peace. Such foods are balanced in sweetness, greasiness, juiciness, and taste. So most of what my mom makes qualifies for this. It's fresh, delicious, and made with a lot of love.
Lord Krishna says about rajasic foods, Katvam lalavanat yushnati knaruksha vidahinah ahara rajasasyeshtaha dukkha shokamaya pradaha. Rajasic foods are foods that are too bitter, too sour, salty, pungent, dry, and hot. Rajasic people usually like this type of food, but such foods cause pain, distress, and disease. I think that when we eat out, we are eating rajasic food.
Lord Krishna said about tamasic food,
Yatayama
शीतलं गतरसं भूतिपर्युषितं च यत् उच्छिष्टमपि चामेध्यं भोजनं तामसप्रियम्.
Food cooked more than 3 hours before being eaten. Food that is tasteless, stale, rotten, decomposed, and unclean is tamasic food. This is food that should be completely avoided.
So why do we have to be so careful about what we eat? Because our long-term well-being, our physical and mental health, and our happiness depends a lot on what we put in our bellies.
Learning these shlokas has made a difference to how we see food. I am aware of what I put in my mouth, and I think twice before gorging on leftovers because, it's tamasic.
And I realized why my mom discourages us from eating French fries and tacos outside.
We hope you eat right as much as possible.
If each person can consume sattvic food as much as possible, we can together become a healthy nation and a healthy planet.
We wish you great health, happiness, and peace. Jai Shri Krishna.
So now the kids will also chant a few shlokas, and they will also explain the meaning of or the glory of Srimad Bhagavad Gita in the words of Varaha Purana.
We all know the Bhagavad Gita is extremely sacred. It is a very powerful scripture. But just how powerful it is beautifully captured in Gita Mahatmyam.
The Varaha Purana, the conversation between Lord Vishnu and Mother Earth, sings the praises of the Gita. And it blew our minds even imagining how special the Bhagavad Gita really was. Here are a few excerpts from the Varaha Purana.
गीतायाः पुस्तकं यत्र पाठः प्रवर्तते तत्र सर्वाणि तीर्थानि प्रयागादीनि तत्र वै. Lord Vishnu said, all the sacred centers of pilgrimage like Prayag and other places dwell in the place where Gita is kept and where Gita is read.
Sahayo jayate shighram yatra gita pravartate yatra gita vicharascha pathanam pathanam shrutam tatraham nishchitam prithvi nivasami sadaivahi. Lord Vishnu said, help comes quickly where the Gita is recited. I ever dwell where it is read, heard, thought, and contemplated upon.
Gitatham
ध्यायते नित्यं कृत्वा कर्माणि भूरिशः जीवन मुक्तस्य विज्ञेयः देहान्ते परमं पदम्.
Lord Vishnu said, whoever contemplates upon the meaning of Gita attains success here and hereafter.
Malanirmocanam
पुंसां जलस्नानं दिने दिने सकृद्गीताम्भसि स्नानं संसारमलनाशनम्.
Lord Vishnu said, just like taking a dip in the water every day cleans the body, taking a dip in the waters of the Bhagavad Gita every day removes the impurities of our worldly existence in our minds.
It is purely by the grace of Parama Puja Shri Ganapati Sachidananda Swamiji that we have this great treasure of Bhagavad Gita imprinted in our memories. Pranams to Puja Swamiji.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Now, quickly moving on to